Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche pregame show. We got AJ, we got Eric, we got Rudo. We got the Avs taking on the Anaheim Ducks for the third time already this season.
I'm so glad. No more Ducks, no more Kraken.
Just done with it.
Almost done with the Kings.
Getting done with the Pacific quick this year, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the way the Avs are going with it.
Saying later, California.
For the Avalanche, there is no Andrew Cogliano tonight, a lower body injury. Cale Makar is doubtful. I don't know if they officially ruled him out, but I'm assuming he's not in tonight.
No Makar, no Nichushkin.
And then no Val as well.
And no Cogs too?
No Cogs for sure. We already
Val's
knew.
sick. That's what they were saying. But
So that means, one, Tomas Tatar is going to be playing for sure, but also Oskar Olausson going to make his season debut for the Avs. So let's start with him. Are there any expectations at all from him beyond play 10 minutes and don't lose the game for the Avs?
I mean, how many times has Eric talked about this already this year with a guy like Riley Tufte or even a Bowen Byram in the absence of guys? Mm-hmm. These are your chances.
True.
When you're, if you're the Martin Couts of the world and you're sitting around and you're upset about your opportunity, oh, I only got to play with this guy, or only got this, I only got that. There are guys like Oskar Olausson who've gotten one game. And you remember that game, Evan Rodriguez gets hurt, doesn't finish that game, so Oskar Olausson plays like 5 shifts.
Yep.
That's it. That's his NHL experience, man. So when Eric spent all season talking about these are your chances, this is your opportunity, it says a lot about the guys. There are a lot of excuses that you can make for young guys. Oh, they haven't adjusted to the speed. Oh, the league is tough, and there's blah, 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 blah. This is it. You've waited your whole life for this opportunity, for this chance right here. You have to do something with it. And for me, I'm excited. I want to see what he does. The Avs are not in a position where it's like, oh, they've got all these jobs that have been totally locked down. All these guys are playing so well. He's only going to play 6 minutes tonight, and that's it. No, go do something, kid. I want to see it. I want to see it. And I want to see it from him. He's one of the guys that was on the list of, like, this guy had a way better preseason than we were expecting. Riley Tufte, the shine came off the more games we saw.
Yep.
I would love to see Oskar Olausson get 6 games. I don't really care.
yeah,
What else the lineup looks like, who he's playing for, whatever.
Just throw him in there.
Yeah, I want to see some production, goddammit.
I'm with you. I agree with you. I'm excited to see him because you're bang on. You create your own opportunity and you force them. We talked about that in preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, force them to make decisions. It's the same thing now. Force them to make decisions. What if you go and what if I don't know, Val is out for a couple games because he's sick or whatever it is. Then you go and you score 4 goals in 2 games. You think they're going to send you down? They're not. You have to force their hand. And I think I heard Tom Brady talk about something like that this year. He was talking about, I think when he was at Michigan or whatever, like earlier on, he wasn't getting many reps in practice. And,
Yeah, he was behind Drew Henson.
and then the guys were complaining, oh, I don't get rep. And he was like, it's not about how many reps you get. It's how good your reps are when you get in there. You know what I mean? And in practice. And then it translates to games. It's the same thing. If you're going to go in there and say, oh, I'm only going to play by him. Of course, those guys don't last in the league. Those guys don't. Because you have to jump at the opportunity. You have to do what's noticeable. And you have to be yourself. He's got a good shot. He's a first rounder. He's a smart hockey player, right? Go do what you do best. Go show it. And if you're asked to have 5 shifts tonight by Bednar, then have 5 great shifts.
Yeah.
And go from there.
You should have all the energy in the world to make sure all
That's
5
right.
of those shifts, you're hitting somebody, you're skating around like a madman, you're doing something. You can't have 5 quiet shifts. There's a reason, and I hate to, I don't mean to pile on him. That's not what this is, but there's a reason Martin Kaut is not in North America anymore.
Point taken.
He went to a rebuilding team and couldn't crack that roster. You just can't have quiet games like that. You just can't. This is not a league for quiet. It's a loud league.
Well, and take a look at the roster tonight. Are you ever going to get a better opportunity than what Olausson is about to get tonight? I get he's not the same player as Val Nichushkin. He doesn't do the same things.
Sure.
But There's a big difference in saying, hey, the Avs have a top 6 spot open, and I'm sure he's not going to play 18 minutes tonight unless he really plays out of his mind.
10. We're going for 10.
But if you can get 10, and let's be honest, Bednar's kind of playing Ryan Johansson and Jonathan Drouin around 10 minutes a night at 5-on-5 anyway.
Exactly.
But if you're him, you want to be alert where all of a sudden you can feel the coach looking at you behind you. You know what I mean? Do I put Tatar? Do I put Olausson? You know, you want him to be like, oh, put me. You know, your play will dictate that. It will.
Yep.
Nobody's out there saying, oh, I'm going to screw this guy tonight. No, you want to win, right? So I'm going to give myself the best opportunity for my team to win if I'm coaching. And if that happens to be him, then so be it. You know what I mean? So be it. Instead of Thomas Tatar, that's been an NHLer for a dozen years, whatever it is.
700 games.
Exactly. That's my point. So here comes a time you have to be selfish and you have to go out there and be better than the guy next to you. Not just your opponent, but the guy you're trying to take a spot from. I mean, that's life in the National Hockey League, you know?
Well, and it's a message to him. They saying, we saw what we wanted out of Riley Tufte, and that wasn't it. It just wasn't it. They could have easily called him up and been like, you're dominating the AHL.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the guy in Denver right now. Oskar Olausson's the one here. Not Riley Tufte. Not Ben Myers. Does not matter what has happened, who has outplayed whom in the AHL. He's here.
I agree.
It's his opportunity tonight.
Yep. Go get it.
I want to see some life. God damn it! I want to see Mikko Rantanen play like a moose. I want to see Nathan McKinnon play like the highest paid player in the world. That road trip was frustrating and stupid, and it's over, and they're at home, and they should be pissed off like I am. They should be raring to go. They should be ready to get at it, and Anaheim should just be in the way.
The guy standing in front of the steamroller, basically.
Yeah.
I
want
like
to see some life out of him, man. I mean, it's time. There's no more of this. Oh, it's an 82 game season. You've lost 3 games in a row.
Yep.
There are caveats to that. Great. You've lost 3 games in a row. You're a little banged up.
Don't
Great.
make it 4.
Go play.
No excuses. Don't make it 4 in a row.
Yeah, go play. Go. You know, I can look at the numbers and talk about Jonathan Drouin has done this and done that, and boy, he's looked really good here, and there's been individual shit here. You're here to put points.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up in the box score. Go do it. He could go have a horrific game for all I care. Go put 2 points up out there. I want to see more of that. There needs to be more just production. More guys doing stuff. Guys getting some stuff done. They wasted a weekend where they got a great game out of Bowen Byram. You wasted a Josh Manson goal. All right? These things happen. This is how the game goes. But it's time.
I'm with it.
It's time. You've lost 3 in a row. Knock it off. Just knock it off. You're back at home. You had a day off. You're against a not very good Ducks team. Knock it off. Go beat them.
Let's go from 3 in a row to 3 keys with Big E.
I love it, and I'll tell you one thing, and it's a little late right now to add it, Tiff, but you know I would dress AJ Haefele right now. I love the momentum he's bringing right now. I love the balls he's showing. Tortorella said it 2 days ago. Oh, their team, well, they won because they have balls. You know what I mean? Like so. AJ's got balls right now. I know he's a D, but we could put him as a forward because we need the forwards to score a couple more goals, right?
Yep.
Right, AJ? I mean,
True that.
you're like Dermy, you know, a D going to play forward. You
True
know what I
that.
mean? You know what I'm saying? All right, anyway.
Put me in. I'll go hit somebody.
Yes, you would. You would. You get in fights in parking lots in
Dermy
Dallas and
as
games.
forward
You know?
to score a goal.
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy.
Anyway, number 1, home dominance. Let's get back to the home dominance. 8-2 at home this year. McKinnon points in all 10 games at home. Nice stretch of home games right now. AJ, Rudo, we just talked about it. It's 3 games where it didn't really go your way. Right now, you are a depleted lineup. Yes, that's a known fact. Those are excuses, though. In reality, you still have McKinnon, Rantanen. You still have guys that can play hockey. And then if you're a call-up, then that's your opportunity to shine. We've been talking about this for a while. Number 2, play Avalanche hockey. It's easy to say, but it's fast. Dictate the pace. Go at your opponent. Stop being so tentative. Go at them. D's activate. Of course, we've seen that a lot of D goals right now, but obviously we need the forwards to chip in right now. And then you need the top guys to elevate their game for 60 minutes. Sure, Mikko made a couple nice plays the last 2 games, but not enough. You know, if you play one good shift or whatever it is, or 10% of your shifts that are good, it's not good enough. Especially if Kale, again, that we did that a couple hours ago, was doubtful. Now we know he's out. So get all 4 lines involved. Let's go. Be better than the other line that's next to you, and let's compete on the bench. Number 3, go back all the time to a special team battle. But when you're banged up, the Avs are banged up tonight. You got to use your power play to give you a leg up on the other team. And then, of course, you can't take stupid penalties, and your goalie's going to have to be big on the PK. Of course, the PK guys will have to be big, but your goalie's going to have to make it the big saves. And then keep it simple on the PP. Have some shot volume. Use it to your advantage. I think those are the 3 keys. The Avalanche, if they can do that tonight, they can play up to their potential. They still have a lot of firepower. Get that line, the chaos line, to give them some momentum and everyone to follow. And again, it's the Ducks team that on paper is not a very good team. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not a good National Hockey League team. Hey, listen, they have some good young guys. There's some young Ds right now that you can take advantage of. If you're McKinnon, Rantanen, then go do it. Like AJ just said, let's just go do it. Stop at the nonsense and make it a big one.
Yeah, you've lost 3 in a row. At some point, you have to put a stop to it. You're at home. You have a 5-game homestand. You have a not very good opponent coming in. This is as good a time as any. Put a stop to it now. The best players in the world reside on that team. And certainly the best players in the building tonight reside on that team. You put a stop to it.
I agree.
Yep. Go out and prove that you are that good.
Do you want me to read these?
Yeah, if you got them pulled up, go for it.
So warm-up lines. Druin, McKinnon, O'Connor. About to get weirder. Olausson, Colton, Rantanen. Wood, Johansson, Kiviranta. McDermott, Olofsson, Tatar. And then the defense is pretty much the same.
So there's a lot going on there. So I would preface this with you're getting the blender tonight. Those lines are likely to get jumbled very quickly.
Yeah, but he's looking for something.
I like it.
And that's it. He breaks up a really good third line because he's looking for something.
Yep.
He knows he can put that line back together if he wants.
Yep.
He knows he can put McKinnon and Rantanen back together anytime he wants. That's not written in blood.
And he's telling them, too, that that's not enough. That's not enough. If you would have scored 4 or 5 goals the last 3 games, first of all, we would have had 3 wins. And on top of it, I wouldn't be breaking you guys up. So, very simple. I like it.
You're guaranteed to get nothing out of Tomas Tatar is the only criticism that I would have there. Yeah. I would flop Tatar and Kiviranta, but it's fine. I'm not nitpicking that. Not really.
For all we know, they might flop him halfway through the game. Right?
Yeah, well, I am not going to be surprised when there are significant changes throughout this game to those lines.
Yeah. Would not expect them to stick, but
I do really like Byram with Malinsky, though. Malinsky's getting a real look here.
Why not?
Do something.
I'll tell you it was hot, though, by the way, for the record, this morning. Colton was on fire. It was unreal. Like, he was playing on both sides of the PP, like one end to the other end. He was scoring on every side. It was unreal. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Just putting my money
if you
on
want to put money on Ross Colton, he was hot this morning.
He's hot. Look, he gets that crack at a proper 2C job, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's playing next to Mikko Rantanen. It's something, man.
Also playing next to Oskar Olausson, so some give and take there.
It's something.
Come on, Oscar.
But look, I think it's pretty straightforward. AJ, you talked about separating McKinnon and Rantanen the other game. We've talked a lot about who really is the 2C right now in Ryjo and Colton.
Loyal listener Jared Bednar strikes again.
When you're right, I guess. I don't know what else to tell you on that one.
True.
But what I did want to get into a little bit here is you'd like to see a little bit more balance out of the Avs lineup. Not just the forwards, the lineup as a whole.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of, throughout this season, the Avs have had games where they win entirely on depth scoring. The Avs have had games where they only get scoring from their defense. The Avs have had games where it's their top stars that do all the scoring. Can we get a game where we get a little bit of everything? Everybody going a little bit?
Well, it'd be nice to get it tonight, right? You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And
exactly.
that's you're bang on. From goaltending to opportunities on D to a lot of opportunities up front.
Yep.
And I've been on teams, I mean, Avalanche included, where all of a sudden so many guys were out. And if you look back, I think we won 11 or 12 in a row. And because it's opportunities. And you got to rise to the occasion. You got to rise to the challenge. And you have to show them that you're capable of, you can't just be happy because you got called up. Or you can't just be happy because you got elevated in the lineup. You have to go show that you can do it. And then that's up to them after that to realize or to figure out that, okay, it's only temporary. He's not really a top 6 guy. But so what? For those 5-6 games that you're put there, you delivered, you did the job, and you muddied the waters a little bit for their thinking. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing you can do. The only thing you can do.
Yep.
And it was funny because this morning, I know Megan asked a question to Bednar about the ice time with Johansson and,
He gave her a little bit of a rough ride.
Russ, but I think he was waiting for the question. Yep. He was waiting for the question, and he was ready. Meaning, like he was hoping somebody would say it, because I think he wanted to say, "Well, who says I have to give Johansson more ice time than Colton? I don't." You know what I mean? And I had nothing to do towards Megan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he was waiting to send the message right there. To again, you don't use the media to send a message, and Bednar never does that. But what I'm saying is, I think he showed like, hey, listen, if you're playing better than somebody else, you're going to play more. And that's why that line, the chaos line of, don't worry, they'll find their way back together, and they'll create chaos in their own ways right now. You know what I mean? Like on their own line. So, I don't know. I thought it was a great question, and I thought it was a good answer.
Yeah.
I think the other side of this is, look, it's December. Avs are going through some injury troubles, some sick guys, whatever. You guys have talked about the opportunity that this is. Make no mistake, if things go well here, if you extend these looks out for a handful of games, this is going to be in the back of Jared Bednar's mind. When guys get healthy, you're probably going to see the lineup go back to normal. But down the line, in February, in March, when somebody gets hurt, when somebody
100%.
goes down, Jared Bednar's going to remember, this worked last time we had some guys out. These 2 players, whoever those 2 guys might be, maybe it's Colton and Mikko, worked together. That's something that I can go back to.
Also, Oskar Olausson maybe just wins a job.
It's not off the table.
You have to have that
It's
mentality.
easy to say it's unlikely. But they didn't they didn't call him up. And then Jared Bednar's not putting him next to Ross Colton and Mikko Rantanen because he wants him to go forecheck.
He wants them to shoot puck
Go
in net.
do what you do, man.
And I think, the conversation gets pretty complicated there, but on Olausson's side, you have no idea how long Arturi Lekkonen's still going to be out.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on with Tomas Tatar's future.
Yeah, Andrew Cogliano's been in and out of the lineup all season, which is a weird thing to say about him. With Cogliano, you know he's such a warrior that he's like, I'm not missing 2 games in a row. But the message to him should really
one
be,
game even.
let's ease back on this.
You're getting old, bud.
Like, just take care of your body, man.
Yep.
We don't want you in December. We want you in April.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's definitely fair. I think you can even look at someone like a Kiviranta in the Avs depth. Underlyings are a bit suspect there.
Yeah.
There are jobs to be had if you play well consistently.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Also says a lot that how they view Fredrik Olofsson right now, that you're the leftovers line.
Yep.
It's his turn. It's his turn. Go do it.
You got to earn it every single night in the NHL. That's what Eric always says.
It is.
Yep.
It is, but sometimes guys get an opportunity and they're not ready for it, and it never comes back.
Yep.
Because
Shane
Just
Bowers.
ask Shane Bowers.
that's the point. But there's so many guys, right? There's a good example. So you can't. That's on you. That's on you to be ready. And I don't care if you have to play 4 shifts that night, or if you have to play 20 shifts that night. You show that you belong. You show you want to make a difference. And it should be so easy to do, to have the fire in your belly to say, I'm never going back to playing the American Hockey League. You know what I mean? And that's the attitude you have to have. And don't worry about the rest. You control the controllables. You can't control anything else. All you can do is to be ready. You get the tap on the shoulder that you're up. Then you go do what you do best. If it's shooting a puck and it's, getting creative, and then that's what you go do. But then you make sure that obviously he's learning. It's funny that, you got Cronin on the other side right now, and one of his teachers the last couple of years to say, hey, he's been teaching him to play away from the puck, and you know what I mean? Like, hey, go show him that, you didn't waste his time for a couple of years, and then go down there and make something happen.
You want
be a difference maker.
Cronin to do the Ted Lasso thing, right?
Yeah.
When Olausson gets back on the bus tonight, I want to see a good pass note left from Cronin or something like that.
I like it.
Way to snipe 3 shots past our goalie.
Yeah, so whatever it is.
Whoops. You're talking about increased opportunity and all that, and guys that just need to go do it. This is not out of line for Bo and Byram either. Or Sam Malinsky. Like, Sam Malinsky, hey, go
100%.
earn a job. But Bo and Byram's getting top minutes, a lot of ice time.
Yep.
Hey, man, go do something with it.
Snow Girard.
Devon Taves doesn't really need to prove anything. He's locked down for the rest of his career now. It's all good. But go do something, man.
Yep.
I agree. No Girard, no Makar. So be the guy that...
They're looking to you now.
Are you saying be the change you wish to see?
Yes. I love it. You're a writer, not me.
I'm just quoting Gandhi.
So,
Loosely quoting Gandhi.
All right. Let's get to my bets on this one. I'm not going to lie to you. Vegas really thinks the Avs are going to win this game. There were not a lot of great bets out there.
Dude, Ross Colton for an anytime goal was like plus 230. Like, there's not good odds for the Avs. You've got to work hard.
Yep.
I don't think it'll hit, but can I tell you the parlay I just put in for
Please
plus
do.
1,000?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is Ross Colton over 2.5 shots on goal, Leo Carlson over 2.5 shots on goal, and Bowen Byram over 2.5 shots on goal gets you plus 1,000 with
Plus
that
1,000?
30%
that's
boost.
pretty good.
That's not bad. That's not bad
The
money
only
right
one of
there.
those I'm worried about is Byram.
He's been on a roll. I'm just believing.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
believing in him.
totally.
I went with the Druin power play point at plus 330.
Sure, man.
He's been playing on the first unit some. You really want that first unit to do things.
It's time.
I took the first period to go exactly 1-0 in Colorado's favor at plus 400.
It's time.
I'm down to lose that one if it's 2 or 3-0 for the Avs. But Avs better win the first. Put it that way. And then I took the Avs to win the most periods at minus 160.
It's
because
time.
That was marginally better money than just taking the Avs to win.
Hell yeah.
Look, on paper, even with the guys out, the Avs should be the better team here. They should go out and do what they do best. Win a hockey game. Have your best players do it. Have your depth do it. Have your defense do it. You should be the better team. I don't know. Are you even better in goal?
Yeah.
You taking Georgiev over Gibson on any given night?
Hell yeah, I am.
All right. One more spot that the Avs should have it locked down in. Any final thoughts here before we get ready for our watch along?
Yeah, this question, any concern that Callum Ritchie was left off the World Junior team? It's not the team. It's their, camp.
Yep.
And no, he has 7 games played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason he's not there is because he barely got back to playing less than a month ago.
He's got 9 points in those 7 games,
He's
but
been
he's got 7 games played. They can always
Add him later. If
exactly.
That's what they want.
If he just keeps destroying for the month of December, they could always just be like, we want him. So right now, no. And if they don't decide to add him and he does keep destroying, no. The injury just changed that math so much that and it's Canada. If he was, like Slovakian or something, somebody that doesn't have just an endless supply of really top prospects that they can pick from.
Look, dudes get left off that team all the time. Alex Newhook could happen to him. They're not crazy.
Patrick Roy
Yep.
got cut from World Juniors Team Canada. Who made it?
Oh, I wouldn't know that.
Craig Billington.
Good call.
I love Biller, but hey, can't compare it. You know?
Does Wah remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Does he still?
Well, Billy remembers that too. 'Cause he rubs
yeah?
it in. He rubs it in. You know.
Well,
I would too. At that point.
when you're going to bet on tonight's Avs game, make sure you do it with Bet365. Of course, you must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado, and if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER today. We are going to wrap up this pregame show. We got a watch-along coming your way if that's your thing. Tune into that. If not, at very least, join us for the postgame where we will break down whatever happens in this hockey game, win or lose. Maybe you get more mad AJ. Maybe you get happy AJ. Who knows?
I am
just
bipolar.
We'll have to wait and see how the game goes to get that answer. We appreciate y'all, and we will talk to you in a little bit.
We all silly like the mayor.